From South Carolina Public Radio, this is Who, What, When, an hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Daniel Thompson.
And I'm Brendan Gray. Get your scuba gear on because we're exploring the 7 seas on this, a special ocean episode of Who, What, When.
Aye, aye, Captain Brand. Coming up, we'll sail to the cinema with some ocean-inspired flicks, explore significant moments from aquatic history, and hear tales from the salty seas that may be too strange to be true.
If you'd like to join us for some games, just call or text us at 803-470-6347. That's 803-470-6347. Or you can send us an email to whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org. You're going to get a chance to earn the title of Who, What, When, Shame of the Week. And if that's not big enough, Dan, you also have the chance to take home the very special prize. You know it, you love it. The Who, What, When Fitty Pack.
It's so real and so amazing. That's exactly right, Bran. I think we're going to blow Shark Week right out of the water with Ocean Week here on Who, What, When.
Well, that's fighting words, Dan.
Hot take, I know. And we'll admit, we might not get to the bottom of the ocean on this episode because, well, it's deep.
It's big deep.
Really deep.
Real deep.
In fact, up to 36,470 feet deep,
wow.
which is greater than the height of Mount Everest. But even if we don't get to everything under the sea, we promise to still deliver some fascinating ocean facts.
You know, speaking of the bottom of the ocean, I hear there's some little weird guys down there, some real sick animals.
You heard correctly, Brandon. We probably still don't even know the half of it. Scientists estimate that more than 80% of the ocean has yet to be mapped, observed, or explored. Wow. Because of this, only roughly 9% of the ocean's species have been classified.
Now, I'm no mathematician, but that leaves, I think, 91% of all aquatic species a mystery. That's crazy. It's hard to even fathom a statistic like that. Maybe if you introduce me to one of the ocean animals we do know, I'll feel a little bit more at ease.
That's what I'm all about around here, Bran. I would love to introduce you to one of the wacky little guys who call the ocean floor their home. You know, the seahorse.
Oh, I know a seahorse.
You love a seahorse.
I love a seahorse.
Well, get ready for the sea pig.
I'm sorry, what? I've been ready for the sea pig my entire life. I've been training for this. Tell me everything.
These bad boys are a genus of deep-sea cucumbers, scientifically known as scotoplanes.
I'm already loving this, but I have to ask, what does a deep-sea cucumber have in common with a pig?
Question for the ages, Bran. Even though sea pigs don't share much with land pigs, they are pink and they do appreciate mud.
Oh.
Sea pigs are much smaller than you might expect. They range in size from 1.5 to 6 inches. The little guys use their 6 pairs of tube feet to shuffle around on the muddy ocean floor, snacking on dead algae and animals. They're particularly fond of whale carcasses. Groups of sea pigs have been observed sharing the animal as a tasty treat.
That's nuts.
Yeah, and sea pigs are resilient creatures as well. They've been found in oceans worldwide between depths of 1,800 and 22,000 feet.
Oh, wow. So are sea pigs, they're found everywhere, or do they have a favorite ocean?
Sea pigs are ocean equal opportunists.
Oh.
They've been discovered in the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and Southern Oceans.
Oh, wow.
And they've been found around hydrothermal vents and cold seeps, proving just how adaptable these sea pigs really are.
This is everything I hoped it would be. Is there anything else that you could tell me to make these cool cukes even cooler?
Sure could, Bran. As much as scientists know about sea pigs, there are still many unanswered questions, one of which has to do with a behavior that remains a mystery.
Oh.
Researchers have seen sea pigs offering rides to young hitchhiking king crabs.
What?
It's an unusual behavior, especially because it's not clear how a sea pig would benefit from being used as a crab taxi.
I'd like to believe that they do it out of the kindness of their heart. Stan, when God sings with his creation, will a sea pig not be a part of its choir?
Amen and amen, Bran, even if almost certainly wrong and borrowed from a pretty old internet meme.
Well, the sentiment is still true. And thank you, Dan, for sharing some very fun facts about my new favorite animal.
I'm glad to hear you're such a big fan of the sea pig. As much as I'd love to continue this deep dive, I think it's time to get started with our first quiz.
I think you're right, Dan. We've got some contestants on the line ready to go. Contestant number 1, what's your name and where you're from?
Hi, I'm Christina. I'm from Silver Grove, Kentucky.
Silver Grove, Kentucky, a famously landlocked state.
That's true. Does that make you nervous, Christina?
I mean, we have the Ohio River all around us and land between the lakes. I feel like I've always lived on the water.
But is it ocean? But is it ocean?
That's
Christina?
the big.
No.
Christina,
No.
you got a favorite ocean?
I've been to the Atlantic way more than I've been to the Pacific,
Shout
but
out.
California was beautiful.
Okay, shout out Atlantic for sure. Gulf Ocean didn't make the cut there, Brand. All right, Christina, you're going to be testing your ocean knowledge against caller number 2. Caller number 2, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Ernie from White House Station, New Jersey.
White House Station, New Jersey, famously not landlocked. Ernie, do you believe your proximity to the Atlantic Ocean, shout out, does give you an advantage this week in the ocean episode of Who What Went?
Not a chance.
Okay.
All right, very good. You got a favorite ocean?
Sure, the Mediterranean. I've never been there either.
I do think it's famously a sea.
I don't have an advantage here.
If it can't be Mediterranean, I don't want to pick.
If it's not Mediterranean, it looks like
And
we
I
don't have
get
an
that,
advantage.
Ernie.
That's right. All right, we've got Christina from Kentucky and Ernie from New Jersey. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to start this ocean episode out with a game we call Who Wet When?
Ernie and Christina, this round is about ocean movies. You'll take turns answering multiple choice questions about films that are primarily placed at sea. Give us the correct aquatically inclined movie. You'll get yourself a point.
Christina, the first question in Who What When goes to you. The year is 2500. It's been almost 500 years since the polar ice caps have melted. A mutated drifter with gills and webbed feet helps a woman and young girl search for the mysterious dry land, all while on the run from pirates. Is that A, Mortal Engines, B, Waterworld, or C, Mad Max Aquadome?
I'm going to have to go with B, even though I've never seen it. I feel like the context clues are there.
It cost $200 million, and most of us never saw it. It was Waterworld.
Never
That
even
is
heard of
correct.
Waterworld.
You never heard of Waterworld?
No.
Famously, at the time, the most expensive movie ever made. Kevin Costner with gills, Dennis Hopper, eye patch, chasing him on jet ski.
Not good?
Our producer, AT, he loves it. He has said to me, I love Waterworld. That sentence he has said. There's nothing he can do, and he knows he said that to me before. Waterworld is correct. Christina's on the board. Ernie, the next question is yours here on Who What When. In one of the most memorable instances of someone in the film uttering the name of the film itself, this 2000 disaster pic starring George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg is sometimes overtaken by Christopher McDonald staring at a Doppler radar with a grave look on his face. Is that A, In the Heart of the Sea, B, The Poseidon Adventure, or C, The Perfect Storm?
Until you guys gave me the options, I had no clue what it was. But once you said it, it is C, The Perfect Storm.
The Perfect Storm is correct.
Wow.
Ernie is on the board. Tie ball game. These guys know their movies so far, Brant.
It's the perfect storm.
It's the best. It's so good. You've got to see that scene. It's fantastic. Yeah. Christina.
Dude, I always get so excited when they say the name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it should be a thing we're allowed to cheer and throw popcorn. What was that? The Minions? What was that movie where everybody just decided to throw Minecraft?
Movie.
Yeah. We should all be able to do that when they say the line of the movie.
If it happens, anything goes.
I mean, aside from certain movies. You're not... Yes, if they say Batman, you got to say it. Like, we're not doing it for
Purge if they purge.
Yeah, no, if they say the Purge, we have to do, yes.
Okay.
But we're not going to be like, hey, that's Schindler's List. We're not going to throw, we're not going to do it there.
Okay.
It's just, how's everybody doing on the podcast?
Just the perfect storm. Just the perfect storm.
Perfect storm. I think we should do it. We should make it a thing.
I love it.
Christina, we're talking movies on the high seas and the ocean. Your next question here on Who Wet Went. The movie's tagline, "You'll never go in the water again," was true for a lot of impressionable youth that saw this movie at the theater in 1975 after waiting in lines around the block, as it changed movies and leisurely trips to the beach forever. Is that A, The Meg, B, Deep Blue Sea, C, Jaws?
So I've never seen any of those, but I'm pretty sure the first two are much more recent. So I'm going to say C, Jaws.
Wow. Thank God she got it right. It's C, Jaws.
Amazing.
Jaws.
What a flick. I got to be honest with you, Dan, a lot of lesser shows would have started the ocean movie.
Nah, Waterworld, Perfect Storm.
Yeah, you would have, some people would start with Jaws. You went Waterworld, and I appreciate that.
Waterworld, Perfect Storm, Jaws,
Jaws.
in that order. You get it.
From favorite ocean movie?
Nobody in Jaws says Jaws. Nobody says it. I don't think they do.
They
that.
say
In
Waterworld?
Mad Max Aquadome, they're like, "Welcome to Mad Max Aquadome."
They should.
This episode's already off the rails. Ernie, your next question. Keep the perfect game alive here. All about ocean movies. Game we're calling Who Wet When? Based off a Disney. Are you okay?
It's funny.
Based off a Disney ride and thought to be a disaster before its premiere, this swashbuckling tale of the high seas starring Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley, and many others was so successful that it spawned 4 sequels. Is that A, The Pirates of the Caribbean, B, Jungle Cruise, or C, It's a Small World?
I saw the first one in the theaters, got bored and didn't see any of the other 4, so it is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean is correct, and Ernie saying didn't capture his attention. Jeffrey Rush as a skeleton pirate, boring.
You know what? He made the right call. If that one was boring, it should just bow out of the
I will
rest.
say this. That is unequivocally the best of those movies.
100%.
And if you didn't like that one, you're wasting
You
your
made the
time
right
after
call,
that.
Ernie.
Yeah, so good for you, Ernie. And it's a tie ball game here. Going back to Christina, your next question about movies set on the ocean. Here we go. This inspiring true story, starring Robert De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr., tells the story of Master Chief Petty Officer Carl Brashear, the first African-American master diver in the history of the United States Navy. Is that A, Courage Under Fire, B, Men of Honor, or C, The Guardian?
Really have absolutely zero idea, but maybe, my luck will keep carrying me. So I'm going to say A.
A, Courage Under Fire is a military movie, but it stars Meg Ryan and Denzel Washington.
Oh.
But often confused.
Oh, I got to watch that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. We're looking, unfortunately, that's incorrect, Christina. We're looking for Men of Honor.
That's a tough. None of those movies sound like water movies.
Men of Honor, quite an acting showcase by Mr. De Niro and Mr. Gooding, and especially the last 45 minutes of that movie. It rips your heart out. It is quite something. The Guardian, Kevin Costner, Ashton Kutcher, I believe. Yeah, I think we can all say that's a skip it. So, all right, Ernie, a chance to take a lead here. We're talking ocean movies here on Who Wet When. Following the success of Blair Witch in 1999, this 2003 handheld shaky cam feature tried to bring the horror to the deep blue, inspired by the true story of Tom and Eileen Lonergan, who were left at sea, treading shark-infested waters due to a miscount by the boat crew. Is that A, Open Water, B, 47 meters down, or C, The Shallows?
Well, as I am famously a big horror and buff of suspense movies, because I haven't seen any of them. I really have no clue. I don't think it's 47 meters down, because if they're treading water, they're not going to be below water. I would go with A.
He's going to go with A, Open Water, and he is correct.
That's just, you know what? The treading water clue, that's good, because if it's shallow,
Shallow is a Blake
hang.
Lively joint.
You stand up in the shallow, you have to
she's
tread.
stuck on a rock with sharks surrounding her.
Which of those 3 names do you have to tread water in? Open water.
Open Water.
No
47 meters down also involves some treading, but yes, the sharks
I did
were-
quite enjoy that flick.
Both of those movies are kind of underrated, and Open Water is terrifying if you're scared of that
I
sort of
haven't
thing.
seen it. I'm going to have to give
All
that
right,
one a go.
Ernie with an early lead. Christina, a chance to tie this thing back up. We're talking ocean movies. Here's your next question. How do you follow up the literal biggest movie of all time? By taking it out to sea, of course, as this long-awaited James Cameron sequel took the viewer into the depths of Pandora and turned up over $2 billion in the process. Is that A, The Abyss, Deep Terror, B, Avatar, The Way of Water, or C, Terminator 2, Aquatic Day?
How is this the next question? I feel like they should get harder. It's B, Avatar, The Way of Water.
She's upset they're easy. It's B, The Avatar, Way of Water. That is correct, Christina, and you've tied the thing up. And to answer your question, Christina, what I usually do is I try to couple the easy and hard ones together so there is no distinct advantage of going first or second. Little peek behind the curtain of Who What When. That's an interesting noise you made.
It's the side of
Yes.
the curtain.
It's the sign of the curtain. So the Men of Honor open water one were both difficult. These two you would think are, now that you got Avatar Way of Water, now you think Ernie's might be a little bit easier.
we'll see.
We'll see. Ernie, here's your next question on Who Would Win? DC hired famous horror director James Wan to captain the ship of this amphibious hero with father on land and mother from sea. Jason Momoa's Justice League member origin story showcases the entire aquatic world from the comics. Is that A, Aquaman, B, Silver Surfer, or C, the Water Boy?
We know the Water Boy is Adam Sandler, and Silver Surfer is a Marvel property, so it's got to be A, Aquaman.
He did the deductive reasoning. He got to DC being the property of Aquaman, and that is correct. Ernie, you're 4 for 4. Nicely done. All right. What did you say?
Why?
Interesting.
I'm just doing water boy bits over here,
that's
everybody.
right.
Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Very.
That's some high quality H2O.
It's an important movie to 10.
Mama said
Important movie to 10-year-old Bran.
Important movie. Yeah. Iconic to boys 10 to 15.
That's exactly
for sure.
right,
Iconic. All right, Christina, your last question of the round, a chance to tie this thing back up. It's about ocean movies. Here it is. Wes Anderson decided to dip his toe into the ocean with his very specific brand of washed-out, ironic humor, carrying with him his usual cast of characters: Bill Murray, Owen Wilson, Cate Blanchett, Willem Dafoe, Jason Schwartzman, among many, many others. A, The Darjeeling Limited. B, Rushmore. C, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Those are 3 crazy names. Well, Rushmore's not, but...
Okay, well, I feel pretty confident that it's not B. Oh, gosh. See, this one, because Wes Anderson movie titles don't necessarily correlate with what's happening at all. I'm just going to guess C. It sounds ridiculous, but...
You're correct. It is The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. If you're unfamiliar with Wes Anderson's oeuvre, then you will be like, what are these movie titles? But yes, that is a real movie that existed, and Christina got it correct. Got 4 out of 5 right. Ernie, a chance to take a 1-point lead going into the next round with your final question from this category. Here it comes. Before both Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey were nominated for acting Oscars, they made quite the rom-com pair, starring in hits like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, as well as this aquatic treasure-hunting adventure from 2008. Is that A, Sahara, B, Fool's Gold, or C, Failure to Launch?
Okay. I have no clue. Well, Sahara's in the desert. That I know, and I know that Matthew McConaughey was in that. Knowing you guys, he's probably in all 3 of these movies. I'm going to take a wild guess and say Fool's Gold.
He's going to take a wild guess and say Fool's Gold, and he is correct.
Oh!
A perfect round from Ernie.
Wow. And he
perfect
felt
round.
confident about 2 of them, I think. You're listening to Who What When. I'm Brandon Gray here with my co-host Daniel Thompson, and this week we are just swimming in history with games about the world's oceans.
And we've got Christina from Kentucky and Ernie from New Jersey playing those games with us today. We'll see how they navigate our next round about historic oceanic events.
That's coming up right after this break here on Who What When.
Welcome back to Who What When, an hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Daniel Thompson here with my co-host and good buddy Brandon Gray, and this week we're taking a deep dive into ocean trivia.
And before we swim into our next quiz, a reminder that you can be a contestant on a future episode of Who What When. Just call or text us at 803-470-6347. That's 803-470-6347. Or you can send us an email to whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org.
That's right, Brand. We've got 2 contestants who are going to school these questions like they're a group of fish. Ernie from New Jersey has a narrow lead over Christina from Kentucky following our first round, but there's still time for Christina to catch up in our next game, one called Mean Whale.
Now, that's mean whale, like Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you guys get it at home? You get that? None of these questions will be about mean whales or any bad-tempered aquatic animals for that matter. In this game, you'll take turns answering multiple choice questions about historical events related to the world's oceans. Give us the right answer, you'll win a point.
Christina, you'll start us off this round. Here's your first question on mean whale. Still to this day, the largest amphibious invasion in history, the ocean played a key role in this Allied invasion that many consider to be the ultimate turning point of World War II. Is that A, the Battle of the Marne, B, the Battle of the Bulge, or C, D-Day?
You know what? My husband would obliterate this question. All right, so I'm going to go with my best guess, also knowing that it happened on a beach. D-Day.
Best guess D-Day, best guess correct.
There you go.
D-Day is correct, Christina. Way to not overthink that one.
When I hear amphibious invasion, I think frogs.
Yeah,
I think frogs are coming
I
at
think
you.
people that are left and right-handed. Stupid. So oh, you're amphibious. This is crazy.
That's good.
Man, that's where you can get both ways. It's wild. Unbelievable. Crazy. All right, Ernie, your first question here on mean whale starts right now. In 1912, the unthinkable happened, or should I say unsinkable, as this passenger liner struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic on its maiden voyage, sinking while James Cameron captured the whole thing on video.
What?
A, the HMS Lusitania, B, the RMS Titanic, or C, the HMS Argonaut?
As someone who's been married for 21 years, I've watched this movie many, many times, and I still don't understand why she threw the damn necklace into the ocean. It's the Titanic.
Secret villain Kate Winslet, and the Titanic is correct, Ernie.
Good.
Nicely done.
I didn't know it was a dock. I thought James Cameron
No,
made
he
the
was
movie.
there.
Wow.
He had the cameras. The boat was sinking. He was like, keep rolling.
That footage is
Keep
incredible.
rolling. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
3 different
Yeah.
VHS tapes.
That's right.
You gotta-
Celine Dion singing on a little raft.
Oh, is it just two tapes?
Just
I'm
two
sorry.
tapes.
I went 3
Oh, 3
like a moron.
VHS. I've never heard of that. That's crazy town.
Sorry,
2, yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
even Ben-Hur was 2. What do you think?
Guys, I'm sorry.
No, you're forgiven. All right, we're playing a little game called Mean Whale, events that happened on the ocean or the ocean was a big part of in history. Christina, your next question here. This founding father that's been featured heavily right here on Who, What, When, wrote a letter to colleagues in France in 1785 mentioning, for the first time on record, the discovery of the Gulf Stream.
Ah, yes.
An incredibly useful discovery that I dare say had a bigger impact than experimenting on frying a turkey. Is that A, Ben Franklin, B, George Washington, C, Alexander Hamilton?
Okay, gonna not overthink it. I'm gonna say A, knowing that Ben Franklin had a pretty good relationship with France. So
A had a pretty good, Ben Franklin had a pretty good relationship with France and a pretty good relationship with turkeys because he was the first person on record trying to fry one, and that is correct.
That's my guy.
That's right. Frying
That's my
turkeys
sick
out
little
there.
freak, Ben
Sick
Franklin.
little freak, Ben Franklin. That's right. Gulfstream and whatnot.
Gold for this show.
That's right.
Gold
You
for
get
this
it.
show.
Ernie, it's tied. It's back to you. Tell me about this historical event involving the ocean. Here we go. Long before the Germans used these vessels so successfully in unrestricted warfare during World War I, the H.L. Hunley was the first successful combat version all the way back in 1864, built from rolled iron boilerplate and 7 men turning a hand crank. Is that A, the steam-powered boat, B, the submarine, or C, the aircraft carrier?
I want to say that my son has told me this because he is huge into history, especially European history. But I tune him out 3/4 of the time. I want to say the submarine.
You can, in fact. That's one of the
them, yep.
choices. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
He's going to say submarine, and Ernie and your son are correct.
Whoa!
The submarine is right. I feel like you've guessed your way to currently a perfect game. Christina, who's only missed one, needs this one to tie it back up. We're talking about
go.
historical events involving the ocean.
Crank
Here's your next question. American Olympic swimmer Gertrude Ederle was not only the first woman to complete this feat, but she did it beating the existing men's record by roughly 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Is that A, swimming the Adriatic Sea, B, swimming the English Channel, or C, swimming the Cook Strait?
The English Channel.
Without hesitation, the English Channel. That is correct. We've tied it back up. It's just that simple. Ernie, back to you. It's a tie ball game in our game called Mean Whale. We're talking about historical events involving the ocean. Here's your next question. Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan gets credit for this incredibly significant feat on the ocean, even if he did actually die in the Philippines during the Battle of Mactan in 1521 before completing the journey. Is that A, circumnavigating the globe, B, the European discovery of South America, or C, successfully sailing around the southern tip of Africa?
I don't think it's the African one.
All right.
So it's a toss-up for me. I'm going to go with circumnavigating the globe because I don't remember.
It's a toss-up, and once again, Ernie chooses wisely, and it is correct. Circumnavigating the globe is the correct answer.
Honestly, that's the closest to GPS. You're navigating the globe, and then you can
that's
tell
why
people
it was
where to
Magellan.
go.
That's actually where the
100%.
name came from, and Ernie
His thought process was in the right spot there.
Continues a magical run of correct answers. He's got a perfect game going. Christina's only missed one, and she has a chance to tie it up once again. We're talking historical events involving the ocean. Christina, here's your next question. This scientist published his journals, The Voyage of the Beagle, about his historic trip down to the Galapagos Islands where he observed adaptation and mutation in wildlife and geology, which would become the cornerstone of his revolutionary scientific theory. Is that A, Carl Linnaeus, B, Gregor Mendel, or C, Charles Darwin?
Would you believe that I feel so confident in this answer because of his writing's effect on theater? Charles Darwin.
I would not believe that, but I believe you, Christina, and you are correct. It is noted theater kid Charles Darwin.
That's exactly right. Dude, that summer at theater camp that he went to.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
People still talk about it.
Dude, when he was Jean Valjean.
Yeah.
Is Jean Valjean.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
In his boarding school's rendition of Les Mis.
Right.
Unreal.
Walk on campus.
Yeah.
Tell me how long it takes for someone to mention that.
To mention Darwin's Jean Valjean? Yeah. It will happen immediately.
Immediately. Right away.
Great. I'm glad we did that. Christina, that was amazing. You've tied it up once again. Let's go to world's greatest guesser, Ernie. Your next question here on Mean Whale, talking about the ocean and historical events that happened because of it. Here we go. Roughly 350 years after Columbus sailed the ocean blue, a Russian expedition led by Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen laid claim to this final continent, crossing its circle, while American sealer John Davis is considered to be the first to step foot on it. Is that A, Australia, B, Antarctica, C, Alabama?
Well, I know Alabama's a little bit different, but I don't think it's a continent. So I'm going to put my world greatest guesser title on the line and say Antarctica.
Antarctica is correct. He's 9 for 9. We have 2 questions left. Christina, you're down 1. You need this. You need this one. Here we go. This 120-mile artificial waterway connecting the Mediterranean and Red Seas made international headlines in 2021 when a storm caused container ship Ever Given to veer sideways while passing through. It took 6 days to dislodge the ship and reopen this waterway. Is that A, the Suez Canal, B, the Panama Canal, or C, the Gota Canal?
I feel like I remember this pretty vividly while it was happening. And my husband works in transportation, so it kind of affected him. So I'm going to say Suez Canal.
Suez Canal is correct.
Wow.
So it all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this. Either 2 people are going to the finals, Dan, or Ernie's going to win out with this final question. Can he do it?
That's right. Ernie, you secured your spot in the finals regardless of what happens here, but we've asked 19 questions about the ocean. This is the 20th, and it will decide what kind of finals we have. Here's your question about historical events or things on the ocean. Here we go. Discovered by a British expedition using depth sound technology in 1875, this underwater geological site is the deepest known part of the ocean. Also, director James Cameron was the first person to solo dive here in 2012.
Wow.
Is that A, the Tonga Trench, B, the Mariana Trench, or C, the Ring of Fire?
Christina, you might be getting ready for the finals here. Ring of Fire is a Johnny Cash song.
That it is.
I fell into it, actually.
Yeah.
Let's go with the Tonga Trench.
Let's go with the Tonga Trench. And for the first time all game, Ernie has missed one. What a time to be alive. It is the Mariana Trench, and that leaves us in a tie ball game.
This is Who I Win. I'm Braden Gray here with my friend Daniel Thompson, and today we are your co-captains on the good old ship SS Quiz.
Aye, aye, Bran. It's Ocean Week, but neither of our contestants are in hot water. Christina from Kentucky and Ernie from New Jersey are tied after our first two rounds, making them co-champions of the week.
Woohoo!
They'll both be heading to our final game for a chance to win that sweet, sweet Who What Win fanny pack.
That's coming up after this break here on Who What Win.
Welcome back to Who What Win. I'm Daniel Thompson here with my co-host Brandon Gray. This week, we're exploring all things seaworthy with games about the world's ocean.
And I'm picking up some activity, Dan, on our sonar device as we speak. Dan, is it possible that we aren't alone out here?
Brandon, you seem to think so, but I'm actually hearing that too. It sounds like whatever it is, it's moving towards us and really moving fast.
I can't quite make it out, but oh no!
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Hello, guys.
Oh, it's our producer, A.T. Shire. A.T., what a relief to have you aboard. It wasn't something mean-spirited or anything else. For a second there, I thought we were going to need a bigger boat.
For those of you that don't know AT, you're better off for it, but here's what we're dealing with here. It's a perfect engine, a quizzing machine, if you will.
Yes.
It's really a miracle of evolution, AT.
That really is jaws dropping praise. Thank you very much, fellas. I was so excited to hear it was Ocean Week, the wettest week of the year, that I put together a very special wet edition of my own game to play with you guys. That's right. It's time for a round of before and afters.
I see what you did there, AT. Aft.
Like a boat.
Like a boat.
That's good. That's good.
If you guys are hitting like this already, you guys are going to do great on the
Wow.
game. You guys get it. Anyway, consider that your warm-up for this aquatically themed game.
I will.
Here's how it works for the people who haven't listened before. I'll describe two things, words, people, or phrases that can be blended together to create something new. A sort of portmanteau, like a boat.
Oh, I see. You're still doing the boat thing.
Yeah, that was off the dome. Okay, for example, take this wildly popular 90s workout hosted by Billy Blanks, incorporating martial arts and choreography, and add a term for a water-faring vessel. The answer, of course, would be tie boat.
Tie boat. That's right. Tie boat.
Tie boat. Okay.
All right.
And to be on the theme for this episode, one half of each pair will be related to the ocean or water.
Let's do this thing.
Okay,
get wet.
here we go. Okay, first up, number one. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Take a species of large marine mammals, some known for being blue and others for being humpbacked, and add this movie crossover featuring two of the biggest sci-fi franchises of all time, sadly without Arnold or Sigourney. Whoever wins, we truly lose.
I got this one, Brand. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
It's Whalian versus Predator.
That's right. it's Whalian versus Predator. You
Come
like
on,
that
Brand.
one?
Great.
Yeah, I love that one.
Great. Yeah.
How are you?
You guys are having a great time.
You're just here. You're just here.
I feel
I'm just
strong about that one. For me, I put it at number
one.
one.
You should.
That was very good.
Okay, thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you. We got one guy.
Whalian versus Predator.
I got it.
Whalian.
Whalian. It's whale and alien.
Okay, next up. You better get this right or you're both getting the dip. Take this Roman god of fresh water and the sea, whose Greek counterpart is the god Poseidon, and add this fully animated city near Los Angeles in the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I wasn't listening to the last part because I was stuck on the first part. What was? Can you read?
The first part
I
is
can read the whole thing again.
Romans Poseidon. I don't know.
The Roman Poseidon.
Okay.
Okay. And it add this fully animated city near Los Angeles from the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Do you know the second part?
No.
I know it's Neptune. Toon
City?
Neptune City?
Neptune Town.
Neptune Town. I almost said Toon Town.
Oh, I said Toon
You know,
City.
I'm
like
going to give
a
you a
moron.
half. I'm going to do a sound
Toontown.
effect with half of each. Okay.
I haven't seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit in over 25 years.
It's been a hot minute.
Please watch it. It's very good.
Yeah.
Hide me, Eddie. Okay, next up. I have a brain, Greg. Can you quiz me? Take this Japanese term meaning harbor wave, describing a series of waves often caused by earthquakes or volcanic activity.
Okay.
And add this 2000 Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro comedy about not getting along with your in-laws.
Tsunami the Parents.
Okay, yeah.
Tsunami
that
the
one.
Parents.
Yeah,
You
I
had that
couldn't
one.
make heads or tails of how to say it together, and that's why.
Tsunami
the
Parents.
This
Yeah.
this next one is just for you, Bran.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
deal.
Take this empirically funniest section of a boat that is technically a raised deck at the extreme rear or stern of the ship and add
Come on, man.
this famous newsy phrase meant to attract people to buy newspapers and read the breaking news headlines.
This is just for me.
I wrote
can't-
this one for you.
I can't ask for help at all.
What do newsies say when they want your attention? They're yelling.
Read all about it.
What do they say before read all about it?
Extra.
Extra.
Okay.
And what's the funniest
the
part of a
funniest
boat?
part of a boat. Poop deck.
Oh, poop deck.
Dextra.
Poop Dextra, read all about it.
I'm just blanking entirely.
His head's spinning, folks.
I hate this game so much.
It's my favorite game.
Just for the pod people.
Poop Dextra. Read all about it.
My wife was reading these and she goes, "Who's Poop Dexter?"
That's funny.
Caitlin, come on. Okay,
That'd be me.
Next up, take this term for a pole with a flat blade at one end used for rowing or steering a boat.
Okay.
And add this sled-loving American writer, actor, director who starred in pioneering mega hits, most notably what is widely considered the greatest movie of all time, Citizen Kane.
Is it Rudder Orson Welles?
I think you're thinking a little too hard. It's used for rowing.
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles. Yeah.
I thought you meant a ship like there was a rudder in the front of it. Orson Welles.
I think either
Orson
one
Welles.
works. I'll be honest
Orson
with you.
Welles.
I
Yeah.
don't hate it.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. This
Rudd
one's
Orson Welles.
just for Bran.
Just for me again.
No, not
no.
really. You're not going to get this one.
If you didn't get the extra
Poop
one,
Dextra. Read all about
deck.
it.
Yeah.
Poop Dextra. Read
It's
all
the
about it.
funniest part of a boat.
I thought for sure you'd know that.
I haven't
part.
thought about boats lately.
We did a whole episode. I don't know if you know, water. Ocean.
I got to be honest. I don't know. Like, I just totally blanked on any part of a boat.
I can see you're thinking so
Yeah.
hard you're not thinking.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. We couldn't do an ocean episode without taking this French oceanographer and award-winning filmmaker, who also happened to co-invent the first successful scuba gear, and adding this term that originally meant lying about military service, but has come to more broadly mean lying about something for clout and being a poser.
Oh my gosh.
Is it Jacques Cartier? Is that the
Cartier, I think, it does jewelry or watches.
Okay.
The only director I
wet.
know that likes water is James Cameron.
Not a director. This is a
He
guy
loves it.
yeah.
a filmmaker. You said
Jacques is right. Jacques is correct.
Jacques Cousteau. Oh.
Wait,
Jacques
what was the second part?
Jacques Cousteau.
The second
I was
part-
thinking Draft Dodgers, but it's not that.
No, it's when you're lying about it. This term that originally meant lying about military service, but has come to more broadly mean lying about something for clout and being a poser.
Jacques Cousteau. No, you didn't.
This one's tough. This one's hard.
Jacques Who's Stolen Valor.
Jacques Who's Stolen Valor is correct.
Wow.
That's a tough
I
one.
can't believe I said Jacques Cartier.
That's a watch guy, yeah. And jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
next up. Throw
Sure,
the
it's not
challenge.
James
My
Cameron.
watches and oceanographers mixed up.
James Cameron famously, I mean, Avatar, Way of Water.
Loves the
and
water.
James
Titanic.
Cameron Lynn Valor.
He loves water.
He loves water.
Okay, next up. Throw the challenge flag. Take this portmanteau style of video regularly used in sports to get a better view of fast-paced action and add this most famous of white whales that Captain Ahab is on an obsessive quest to kill.
Slow Moby Dick.
Slow Moby Dick. Yeah.
I hate how quickly it comes to you.
It's a triple portmanteau because slow-mo already portmanteau.
I knew it before he finished reading the question. I was
Okay,
ready.
Bran, I think you could probably get this one.
Oh, I'll surprise you. Either way.
Vast me, mateys. Take this term for a mariner who commits robbery, violence, or plunder at sea.
Sure. Pirate.
And add this 2002 Eminem origin story that's about a specific stretch of Detroit.
Pirate Mile.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't even get to his mom's spaghetti and Bran got it. Good
Pirate
job.
Mile. I love it.
Okay, here we go. Next up, don't surface too quickly and get the bends. Take this underwater activity involving breathing apparatuses and other aquatic gear. Shout out Jacques Cousteau.
Scuba.
Okay.
You for scuba?
And add this Golden Globe winning Juilliard trained actor and MC, most known for his star turning roles as Marcellus Wallace in Pulp Fiction and Luther Stickle in Mission Impossible.
Scuba diving Rames.
Scuba Dive Ving Rhames is correct. Everyone who read this had no idea who Ving Rhames was.
Oh, shout out. I got you. Don't worry.
I know you both have recently watched the Mission Impossible.
Scuba diving Rames.
Yeah.
Rolls right off the tongue,
Fun
dude.
fact, the MC part, Rames appeared on the 2008 Ludacris track, Southern Gangstas, along with Playas Circle, Rick Ross, and Luda himself.
Wow.
When you were, I was trying to figure out, when you said MC, I was trying to figure out Idris Elba. He's a DJ.
That's not an MC, though.
And not an MC,
Yeah.
but that was where my head went. And then you said the Mission Impossible and the Pulp Fiction, so we're good.
Okay, here we go. Last one,
Oh, thank
Bran.
God.
The torture is almost over.
Okay.
I love these.
You
Can we
knew
do
it was
1,000?
coming. You knew it was coming. Much like the ocean, there is no air on Mars. Wait a second, or is there? Am I Quaid? Take this Philip K. Dick adaptation starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know which one, and add the culinary term for squid, specifically a group of mollusks in the class Cephalopoda. Fry them up, paired with a lemon slice and garlic aioli.
Please get this.
What's the name of the movie?
Total Calamari.
There it is.
Total Recalamari
That's good.
is correct.
I like that.
Nicely done.
That was a tough one. I was struggling on how to get it into this,
You
but
did
we
it, though.
got it.
I'm
folks.
proud of you.
Thank
You put your mind to it, and
Okay, thank you so much, guys. We got avast, you know.
Ahoy. You know what I mean?
End of the episode, ho.
Yeah.
I'm up. I'll head back up to the
Okay.
crow's nest.
Yep, go
You
get
guys
it.
get to the end of the episode.
we always
Okay.
love
Sounds
seeing you,
good.
AT. This is Who What When, an hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Daniel Thompson here with my good buddy Brandon Gray. This week, we're devoting the entire episode to the world's oceans.
And before we get to our final game, one more reminder, we would love for you to join us as a contestant on a future episode of the program. Just call or text us, 803-470-6347. That's 803-470-6347. Or send us an email to whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org.
Our contestants this week, Ernie from New Jersey and Christina from Kentucky, are both krilling it. They're tied up after 2 rounds, which means we have 2 champions of the week. It also means they'll both be playing for that sweet Who What When fanny pack. Christina and Ernie, I hope you both are ready for a very intense and solemn game. It's called Sea Lion or Sea Truthin'.
Here's how Sea Lion or Sea Truthin' works. Dan will read you a little story about an ocean-related event, and you'll have to take turns answering if the story is true, Sea Truthin', or false, Sea Lion. Whoever gets the most correct will be taking home that Who What When fanny pack.
Christina, the first question goes to you. In 1992, about 28,000 rubber bath toys many of them rubber duckies, were accidentally spilled from a cargo ship in the North Pacific. Some of them washed up as far as Australia, Chile, and the UK, all of which guided oceanographers in mapping the Earth's complex ocean currents. Is sea lion or sea truthin?
I was born in 1992, so who knows what crazy things happened the year I was born. I feel like the ducks falling out is very possible. It's the mapping of the currents that feels like the holdup to me. I'm going to say sea truthin.
Sea truthin?
First of all, thank you.
First of all, thank you. Second of all, she is correct and on the board.
Man, how about that?
Way to navigate through that. Ernie, your first question here on sea lion or sea truthin? In 1976, Coop's Clown Cruise launched its first... Are you...
No, sorry. Go ahead. I read these.
I'm sorry. In 1976, Coop's Clown Cruise launched its first fleet of what were supposed to be circus cruises. But the dream was abruptly ruined with the sinking of its third ship out to sea, where all passengers were successfully rescued.
Oh, thank God.
But no clowns were found on board or in the wreckage, even though 6 were in the manifest.
It's dark, brother. Hey, Ernie, is Dan sea lion or sea truthin?
You guys must have looked us up beforehand because this was my birth year as well.
Wow, what a pull.
And I notoriously do not like clowns. I'm saying sea lion.
He's saying sea lion, and sea is lion for sure. Sea lion, yeah, can you imagine?
I will say, as far as we know, Clown Cruise hasn't taken off
Circus
yet.
cruise.
Why not now?
How about the clowns just being ghosts?
I know we've talked about cruise.
6 clowns were on the manifest. They didn't find any, but everybody was rescued.
That's right. Cruise, but when? Let's make it a circus cruise.
Oh, let's make it a circus cruise. Sea lion. That's right. All right, Christina, back to you. Tell me if sea lion or sea truthin. In 2021, lobster diver Michael Packard was working off Cape Cod and was swallowed alive by a humpback whale.
Oh my gosh.
After 30 or so seconds, the whale came to the surface and spat him back out. Packard was fine aside from a dislocated knee. Is sea lion or sea truthin?
I feel like I would have heard about this if it happened. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say sea lion.
You'd think we all would have heard it in 2021, Christina, and we didn't, but that is sea truthin.
What?
That happened.
Swallowed by a whale.
Real life Jonah.
Real life
30
Jonah.
seconds or so in the
I know
humpback.
this story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spat out, only a dislocated knee.
Was it dark in there?
I didn't follow up with Mr. Packard, but this story would suggest that it was, I guess. I don't know. So that was a tough one.
Quote, I was completely inside. That's from the Cape Cod Times.
There's got to be a better quote than that.
Yeah.
There's got to be a better one.
That's it.
There's got to be a better quote that we could use on a public radio broadcast.
No.
Ernie, a chance to take another lead here on Sea Lion or Sea Truthin. Here's your next clue. In 2003, a research vessel in the Indian Ocean became stuck in the ocean during the middle of a storm when their boat malfunctioned and began sinking. That is until help came in the form of a large school of dolphins. Eyewitnesses counted over 100 in the school that pushed debris toward the passengers, allowing them to float until rescues arrived, saving every passenger on board.
Wow.
Ernie, sea lion or sea truth?
I've seen Free Willy, but I don't think they're that smart to do it. I'm going to say sea lion.
Free Willy, a movie notoriously about whales, led Ernie to say the dolphin story was sea lion, and he's correct again. Woo! Sea lion. That is correct, Ernie. You're up 2-1.
I'm kind of sad that story's not real,
it's a real
though.
great
That was
humanitarian.
Really nice.
It evens out the fact that the clowns were never found, and that was also a lie, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, obviously. Christina, it's going to be crunch time here. Going to need this one. Is sea lion or sea truthin? In 2017, a Regent luxury cruise liner crossed the international date line on the ocean, and all satellite-connected clocks on board changed by 2 days instead of 1, causing brief hysteria on board the cruise liner, only to find out that this was a satellite malfunction. Sea lion or sea truthin?
I feel like this is sea truthin.
She feels like it's sea truth, and that is incorrect.
No.
Sea lion. Yeah, sometimes in these true false games where the stories all seem made up, you can get on tilt a little bit. That is 100% false, which means Ernie from New Jersey has a chance to take a commanding lead with his next question here on Sea Lion or Sea Truth. And Ernie, here it comes. The USS Stuart was an American ship scuttled or put out of use by the U.S. in 1942, only to be seen back out at sea as a Japanese patrol ship, earning it the nickname of the Ghost Ship of the Pacific.
I'm listening.
Scaring U.S. naval officers for years. What actually happened is the Japanese salvaged the ship before it sank, repurposed it, and that isn't nearly as interesting, but the naval officers didn't know that at the time. Is that sea lion or sea truthing?
We do have a tendency to throw things away pretty easily. I would say that's sea truthing.
He would say that's sea truthing, and he is correct
Wow.
again. Ernie, unbelievable. All right, Christina, you got to have this one. It's time. Here we go. In 1966, 6 teenagers from Tonga in the South Pacific stole a boat to run away from their boarding school, got through a violent storm, and landed on a desolate island in the Pacific Ocean. They gathered rainwater, hunted, foraged, and survived for over a year before being found alive and rescued.
Wow.
Is that sea lion or sea truth?
You know, this sounds suspiciously like a book that I hate, Lord of the Flies. But I've been burned. I'm going to say sea lion.
She's going to say sea lion. Incorrect again.
Oh, no.
These are really tough. They're really tough. It's a 50-50 shot. Really happened. Crazy story.
That is crazy.
All right, Ernie, let's see if you can put this thing away. Sea lion or sea truthin'. In 1985, residents of numerous coastal towns in Iceland reported hearing music from the ocean, or at the very least, a whistling tune of some sort. Fishing boats at sea claimed they could hear the tune and even said it was changing pitches like a giant instrument hidden in the waves. While the sound hasn't been heard or reported on since, the answer given by Icelandic oceanographers was possible unusual volcanic activity. Sea lion or sea truthin'?
Sea truthin'.
He's going to go sea truthin', and Ernie has finally missed one in this round. That is incorrect. It is sea lion. However, we're at the end of our game, Bran.
Yeah?
And with a score of 3-1 in that final round,
Wow.
Ernie from New Jersey has beaten Christina from Kentucky and has earned a Who What Win fanny pack.
Amazing.
Christina,
Amazing.
Ernie, great players, great game. Ernie, congratulations. What are you putting in that fanny pack?
Oh, I'm going to be putting so many things. I've been dreaming of this fanny pack.
Wow, he's been dreaming. He's been dreaming of it. So many things.
Perfect for the beach.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Perfect for the beach. One, just off the top of your head, one thing in the fanny pack. What's it going to be?
Maybe an extra pair of bathing suits. An extra bathing.
An extra pair of bathing suits.
Yes.
Excellent answer. Ernie, great player. Christina, thanks for playing as well here on Who What Win.
Oh, she A thrilling end to our Ocean Week episode. Our co-champions of the week, Christina and Ernie, went out with a splash. And congratulations again to Ernie on winning yourself a Who What Win fanny pack.
Sydney Wilcox is our production assistant. Our producer is A.T. Shire, and our executive producer is Sean Birch, but you can call him Ishmael. This show is a production of South Carolina Public Radio, made possible in part by listener contributions to the ETV Endowment of South Carolina.
Join us for a future episode of Who What Win. Just call or text us at 803-470-6347. That's 803-470-6347. Or send us an email to whowhatwin@scpublicradio.org.
You can find out more about the show at our website, whowhatwinshow.org.
And you can listen to an extended version of the show on your favorite podcast app or through your smart speaker.
I'm Daniel Thompson.
And I'm Brandon Gray. Join us again next week for more history, games, and trivia right here on Who What Win.